13 is on your side.
Swing states, a term you hear us talking about a lot. They're the states where voters will ultimately decide the outcome of the election.
Yeah, they include Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Georgia, North Carolina, Arizona, and Nevada. 13 Your Side's political reporter Josh Albertus joins us now to explain what makes these locations so crucial.
Yeah, Elena Juliet, Calvin University political expert Doug Copeman joins us now to talk kind of more about this. Doug, thank you so much for taking the time.
Sure.
With the majority of the states kind of locked in for Harris or for Trump at this point, what is it about Michigan and these 6 other battleground states that really make them this way? What's behind that?
Well, part of it is the margins were close the last couple of times. 5 of the 7 actually flipped from Trump in 2016 to Biden in 2020. 2 of them did not. North Carolina and Nevada did not. Nevada was Democratic both times. Nevada Republican. North Carolina Republican both times. What it is the margin is thin, and then each state has that demographic group that's very interesting. They seem to be moving a lot in this election cycle. So each state has 1 or 2 of these demographic groups that people are paying attention to, and it makes them more volatile, so it makes it a place for candidates to stop.
Gotcha. And the battleground definition has kind of shifted geographically over the last few cycles or so. Some of the battlegrounds, like Ohio and Florida, those were considered more battleground up until like 2016. Indiana was a battleground in 2008. A lot of people would not venture to say that this time around in 2024. Is that an example of how things are kind of changing, and why does that change from one state to another?
Sure, it shifts a little bit, but the way big demographic groups are shifting their voting. So these 7 states this year are because, one, the African-American male vote is up for grabs a little bit more, trending more Republican than it used to be. The Latino or Hispanic male vote is trending a bit more Republican than it used to be. Not a majority, but enough that Trump believes he has some chances. And so Nevada and Arizona and North Carolina are on that picture. Upper income internal suburbs are up for grabs a little bit. And that's why Michigan and Pennsylvania and Wisconsin are in this swing state category. They're moving faster one way or the other than the typical voter in the state. So it's interesting to see how those areas and then how those states go.
And we just have one more quick question. There's another debate between Senate candidates Alyssa Slotkin and Mike Rogers tonight, as we're seeing that come down to the wire here. What are your thoughts on that, where that stands right now?
Well, it's very interesting. They're sort of cross advertising. Alyssa Slotkin's tougher on immigration and tougher on crime and defense than a normal Democrat would be. She must that be picking up in the polling. And Mike Rogers is talking more about working class values and things like that. So they're sort of cross advertising in their television advertising. It'll be interesting to see if that comes out in the debate tonight.
Gotcha. Well, Professor Doug Copeman, thank you so much for joining us. We'll hand it back to you guys.
All right, Josh, thank you so much.